ahead and get started. I think we're good on time, right, Joyce?
4:01, yes.
4:01. All right, excellent. Guys, thank you for joining us today. I know we are here at the New York office, and I'm super excited to introduce some of our guests here as we get going. But before that, I just want to say hi, welcome back to the New York office. For some of us, it's been 2 years. So it's a step forward, us, kind of getting engaged again. So thank you for being here. We have an amazing hour of discussions led by this team. My name is Alfred Ojukwu. I am the New York ERG lead, 9 different ERGs. And today I have the pleasure of introducing Ann Jackas, who is driving the disabilities community here in New York. So I'm going to turn it over to her so she can say hi and move forward from there.
Hello, I hope you can all see me pretty much just fine, hopefully. My name is Ann Jackas, as Alfred has already so eloquently introduced me, and I am happy to be here to help kind of drive some events here locally. I don't have too much else to say just yet, except for, of course, we are looking for folks to join our community and to help drive more events and help bring more things like this going forward. And with that, I will always say, join the distro. You can join the distro by clicking on the link for joining the New York City or the New York Disability Distro right inside of the event details. And with that, I will pass it over to Joyce.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm Joyce Scottbetter, and I wear 2 hats today in this meeting. Microsoft employee. I'm part of our Health and Life Sciences team. And also I'm a part of GiGi's Playhouse, or GiGi's NYC. And really excited about having both of those organizations that I'm a part of together in the same room and on the same call. So, and we're here, obviously, first of all, to celebrate World Down Syndrome Day. So happy World Down Syndrome Day to everybody who's here with us. And then also to introduce the community that we have on the call to some of our members at GiGi's NYC.
So there's a camera in front of you.
Yes.
So
Oh, look at the camera.
that's someone to.
Thank you for that technical guidance. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. World Down Syndrome Day is really all about advocating for individuals with Down syndrome. And the theme for this year is inclusion. And I wanted to put this slide in the discussion because I think it says it well from the UN, which is full and effective participation and inclusion in society for our community members that we'll talk about today, but those with Down syndrome, and really everybody. So not only is it about inclusion for individuals with Down syndrome, but inclusion for everyone. And that's also a theme that you'll hear carried through when we talk about GiGi's NYC. So again, today we're here to celebrate World Down Syndrome Day. Perhaps if you've been in New York, you've seen people with buttons on. A lot of people are celebrating that, but we're going to personalize it by having some of our community members from GiGi's share. So go to the next slide, please. So GiGi's, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this now, swinging from World Down Syndrome Day to GiGi's NYC. We are an organization specifically focused on a community of Down syndrome individuals and their families, and ensuring that each of those individuals really lives to reach their full potential. Big on the NYC. GiGi's Playhouse is a national organization. There are about 60 different playhouses. We call ourselves GiGi NYC because, as we'll talk about in a little bit, we provide programs not only for babies, infants, toddlers, but individuals all the way into adulthood. And we are located at West 117th Street, so in the heart of Harlem. So a couple things about GiGi's and our mission. Again, the mission is very, very simple: to improve the lives of all people with Down syndrome from birth through adulthood. And I will tell you, it's even before birth. We have just phenomenal programs that are free of charge to all of our members, all of our community. And those programs start with women that come or couples that come when they're pregnant and they find out they receive their diagnosis. So we are a supportive community that begins, like I said, before birth. So even though this is at birth, it's really exciting to see what happens as people come into the community after they've found out about the upcoming birth of their babies. So our programs are really focused on empowering the people with Down syndrome to reach their full potential. We have a whole array of programs that we provide, all free of charge and primarily driven by our volunteers. We have 2 staff members only in New York City. So it is a real team of volunteers. We have a working board that is also all volunteers. That's what I'm a part of. And as I said, we really dream to see our individuals, included and accepted and embraced, and to really see a world that we believe is socially just. So it's bigger. It's bigger than just GiGi's NYC. Our vision for the world is as I said, to see a socially just world. And just a couple facts. We are the only organization in New York City that focuses specifically on the Down syndrome community. So there are other organizations that are multifaceted in their mission, but we're the only ones that focus specifically on the Down syndrome community. And we serve over 1,000 individuals, and that's both the individuals with Down syndrome as well as their families. And that service to their families and that inclusion, as you see, we have 2 parents here, but the inclusion of the families in that community is really important. They learn a lot from each other. They share a lot with each other. And I would tell you that they probably, gain as much benefit from the individuals in the community as they do from other sources as well. And it's really just a supportive and nurturing environment. I know that Fatima and Malik would tell you that they'll venture out into other things and, to college, to jobs. But I believe, and I've heard from others, that this community at GiGi's will forever be, a very, very tight group of individuals that they're going to come back to and share with and relate to for their entire lives. So that's really a unique bond that is provided through the association of GiGi's. And we are innovative. Just a couple things. I mean, GiGi's are the headquarters. Microsoft actually engaged in doing an AI project related to exercise, specifically for individuals with Down syndrome. So the national organization is innovative, but I would tell you that GiGi's NYC is incredibly innovative. I mean, our programs just exploded when COVID hit, because we were able to serve even a broader community than those that are able to come to West 117th. So we have individuals from all the boroughs, but by doing virtual classes, we were able to even expand that, and we will continue that. It's just like everything else, right? Once you start, you really can't come back. And we use a combination of multiple tools, but we do use Zoom. I mean, I'm sorry, Teams. We use Teams and Zoom. Okay, but I know that the folks at this table know how to use Teams. So we are impacting the community for Microsoft. So you want to go to the next slide? I think that was, okay, just a couple quick facts. We're coming up on our 10th anniversary. So we're celebrating 10 years in New York City. As I said, we have people from every borough. Really reach out to the individuals with Down syndrome and their loved ones. So maybe their family members, maybe their caregivers, but multiples. We have really cool programs such as Table Talk, which Wallace, who's sitting next to me, his wife, runs Table Talk. But that is a program specifically focused on providing a space for family members and caregivers to come and share and discuss. Really was interesting during COVID, because a lot of the questions that were being raised and things that were being shared were very unique to the community at a specific point in time, which was when we were all dealing with COVID. So, and then we reach out and partner with other organizations to be able to expand the services that we can provide to the individuals. And then I never can talk about GiGi's without providing everybody the opportunity at Microsoft to give and have the matching done. So that specific link is for GiGi's NYC. So you'll probably hear that from me again in October, but as my team gets to hear. But we really do appreciate the support and just appreciate the support of all of you being here, which is an incredible sign of your interest to understand and to support us. I mean, we have, like I said, we have volunteer programs. We're looking for volunteers. We have board and we have an associate board for sort of young professionals to engage and work with Gigi. So really an incredible way to impact, like I said, the community, but the broader world in the acceptance of all individuals. So with that, because I know we're really here to hear from Malik and Fatima, I'm going to turn it back over to Ann.
Yeah, no worries. And we'll get it started now. We're gonna go ahead and invite everyone to just turn on their cameras so that we're all on the screen.
You can do the intro first.
Just one moment.
No, you're gonna get on camera. Joyce.
Yep. So we can all be on camera together. We have our interviewers, or rather our speakers and the interviewers we're asking to get on camera so that way we can have everyone focus on our speakers today. Thank you. I apologize that I wasn't very specific about how I presented that. All right. So with that said, we're going to jump right into an icebreaker. So we have a few questions for Malik to get started, and then we'll pass it over to Joyce. So for Malik, I wanted to ask you, I understand that you are in high school, you're a high school senior, right?
Yes.
A little, can you tell us a little bit about how high school senior life is treating you?
So, hi, hi everyone. My name is Malik Jabal. I am 17 years old. And yes, thank you to an end. I am a senior year of high school, and I almost going to be in college soon. So yes, back to the question. How is high school senior year, senior year life treating me? Basically, um my for my senior year life, um oh yes. Yeah, so basically my life is actually enjoying high school as my senior year. And basically I am wrapping things up with catching up with homework and uh get um yeah, parents I get stuck a little bit, but it's that so yes, I'm preparing myself up doing catching up homework, catching up passing my classes and get ready for college.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And after that quick icebreaker, I do want to also mention to pretty much everyone who's here that Malik is our, or rather Gigi's NYC ambassador. And we also have Fatima, who is the blogger for Gigi's NYC, correct? So we're going to get into that a little bit more, but I did want to earmark that briefly before we moved on. And the next question for you, Malik, now coming back to you there. Are you preparing for college?
Yes.
All right. And what are you looking to major in?
So basically, my major and going to be in college is going to be music and arts and business. My role model is my father. Thanks to him, I will follow my lead to become more more successful, like him and my mom. Which is my major going to be music and arts and business. Thank you so much as my dad and my mom for be educational to me and what my major going to be like.
All right, that's great. Um, what now has influenced that choice of major? You mentioned it was your parents, but was there anything else in particular? Like, was it just your parents that influenced you for that, or is there anything else that drew you to that?
Actually, my influence is my parents. Yes.
So,
Also, music and arts were influenced me by some uh, some of my role models I just mentioned. Jennifer Lopez. I know if I know her from the Bronx. Um, basically, she influenced me of dream big. That's what she told me. Dream big is getting big and become more successful. Just in becoming an artist, like a singer, dancer, and etc. She's also the actress. So basically, follow my lead to become an actor.
All right, thank you for that. Now I'm going to pass it over to Joyce. And Joyce, you've got some questions for Malik as well, I understand.
Yeah, I just actually wanted to ask both Malik and Fatima how long you've both been a part of GiGi's NYC.
Let me start with that. Actually, when I was involved with Juice Plus since I was like 8 years old, and basically, I was also volunteered as from GG's Playhouse NYC doing volunteer for the children, and thanks to Frank Sawyer, he's the one of our board, who elects me into our and elects me as an ambassador for GG Playhouse 2022. I mean, not 2022, 2020.
It's sort of like when you're president, you're always called Mr. President. I think when you're ambassador,
Yeah.
you're always Mr.
Yeah.
Ambassador. So you're good to still be called ambassador.
Yeah.
In our minds. Yeah.
No matter what. And
Absolutely.
no matter what, I'm also active. If I don't be active, then someone have to take over their role as an ambassador.
Fatima.
I started when I was 11 years
So both of you have basically been at GG since the beginning, which was 10 years ago. We're really excited to be celebrating our 10th anniversary. So you're sort of founding community members, I would say. So Fatima, I hear that you're looking to pursue a job. Is that true? I know
Yes.
you're, and what type of job are you looking to pursue?
in a restaurant.
In a restaurant, okay. And has something at GG's influenced that interest in working at a restaurant?
I think so.
Take the cooking class?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. There's a very vibrant cooking class at GG's and
Oh, nice.
really great life skills that are shared in those classes. So, so I thought that might have something to do with it. That wasn't scripted, so I wasn't. But the other thing, Fatima, is you're pretty well known for being a blogger, and sort of curious how that got started. What do you blog about?
Instead of blogging about
My family,
anything else.
my parents,
If I were reading your blog today for the first things that I'd be looking
about me,
anything in particular from your perspective?
celebrating holidays.
Right. I'm kind of picking up a theme there. So kind of like generally the things that you find interesting. The things that you share. Else that you wanted to share about your blog and the kind of work that you
To have fun
have fun doing what?
socially.
Socially. And you mentioned well, I don't know if you wanted to mention this, I probably should bring it up. I remembered let's see, is there anything, is there anything you want to add to that about your blog?
I think it is some restaurant experience too.
Passing it back to you, or is it back to me from there? It is back to me from there. My apologies. All right, got it. So for both of you, actually, now that we're going to jump into the shared section here, Fatima and Malik. So we'll start with you, Fatima, and then we'll go over to Malik. I want to know a little bit more about how you've celebrated today so far. How have you celebrated Down Syndrome Day in particular? Maybe in the past or in other years, or even today, if there's anything in particular.
Going out, having fun. Mom, I love her so much.
And you mentioned something interesting before we got started today. And I don't know if you wanted to, I'll pitch it to you, and if you want to expand on it, feel free to. You mentioned that it was kind of cool to also check this off of your bucket list, so to speak. This being sharing your time with us, which we thank you for so much. Malik,
Can you repeat the question?
So how have you celebrated Down Syndrome Day before, today, other years?
So actually, we celebrate the house from the past. We celebrate our 10th annual report. Basically we play an event about it, and we our members versus before from the past will uh which is Dutchman Benny. They are the ones, or actually Rosetta is our new management now who went to the office. She William Protector. They saying that our playhouse is very accessibility. Our participant is our growth. From the past, we started with dance, we sing it, and we talk a little bit of college, dating, and that's the things.
All right, sweet. So that's a good start there to celebrating some things. Next question. What do you both like to do for fun? And again, we'll start with Fatima and then we'll head over to Malik.
I like to go out with my family,
All right, anything in particular that you like to do with them?
social.
Just mostly social? What kind of social activities? Like dancing or just hanging out outside?
That's I'm in the nice weather.
That's totally fair. Malik?
Um. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like to do for fun?
Fun. What I like to do for fun. Basically, I play basketball for fun. I play video games. Mostly talk with my family. We go out. Um. I'm also travel though. I'm traveling lots of places. I will actually my first time going to Cuba. My mom is Havana and my dad's African American and American. So I'll be traveling traveling fun. I learn educational stuff. My mom told me that this is where she used to grow up from Havana, etc. And I like to travel a lot.
So you get a lot of exposure.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
and pretty much I will traveling someday in the future. Um, so with my own with my friends. I want to go to Jamaica.
All right. That's a really great place to go to, I've heard.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to go there yet. Mentioned that you play video games. Fatima, do you ever play video games too?
No.
No? That's fair. So I'm just gonna kind of mention this. I really am curious because I work for Xbox. I'm curious to know what games you are interested in. What kind of games do you like? Just as a quick question, like two
Definitely.
sentence, yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I like to play like NBA 2K20, Fortnite, and etc.
Sweet. All right. Now those are some pretty good ones. All right. So
Could I just ask,
oh yeah.
Malik, could you expand a little? For those who were in a previous session where we had Malik, you heard this, but you talked a little bit about your background. I think Malik has one of the most interesting combinations of backgrounds, and you described some of it, but you didn't get all of it in there.
Uh,
How about your mom? Your mom's background?
yeah, so my mom's background is divorce. Not divorce, but actually a little bit of Cuban, Havana, a little bit of Chinese.
Chinese.
Mm.
Yeah. Then I forgot to tell you that my dad is African American, and then
And Malik also speaks Spanish. I guess you picked that up from your.
my mom's side.
your
Yes.
mom.
Actually, well, sorry that I'm going off topic right now, but basically, I was on the phone. I was chatting with my mom in Spanish, and I did not know it's in my blood. So basically, I am to call it like uh, I used to word before.
Multilingual?
Yes, multilingual Spanish. I translate English. I translate Spanish. So I do, back and forth like my mom.
When we had a smaller gathering and a smaller call, and somebody popped onto the call from Health and Life Sciences, Stu, and started speaking Spanish to Malik, and Malik was like carrying on this whole conversation. We only speak one language, so I was quite impressed. Anyhow,
Yeah, so I want to say we're kind of getting to some of our final parts here. So I've got one question for both of you, and I would honestly love just whatever comes to mind. Because when it comes to disability community, no matter what diagnosis you have, there's stigmas attached to it. There's preconceived notions attached to it. I have my own diagnoses that all have their different types of stigmas attached to it. So I know a little bit about kind of having to deal and manage with some preconceived notions, right? People will think something or will assume what you can or can't do based on what your diagnosis is. So the question that I have for you guys, and we'll start with Malik and then we'll come over to Fatima. What is something that you wish people would finally understand about folks with Down syndrome?
Well, actually, we all wish to people from our disability is pushing for our acceptance and then wellness. Um, from not from the audience, but from basically from our house. Participant, me accept all people, which is LGBTQ, where it's just type of kinds, and we separateness, we're just accepting all people with disability.
All right. And Fatima.
They were lovable, kind,
Anything else?
caring.
All right. I'll give you some time if you want to add anything else to that.
They were nice.
I can vouch for that one.
Alrighty, so our last point here. I feel like we've kind of zoomed through this a little bit, so we might.
We'll open it up for
Yeah.
questions.
We'll open it up for questions from the audience as well, for sure. We got some time for that. Joyce, you've got our last one.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. I can toss it out there.
Go
That's
ahead, you
fine too. All right, no worries. So for both of you, kind of a shameless plug time. What would you like to shout out and make people aware of right now? We'll start with Fatima and then we'll head over to Malik.
First shout out will go to my parents
That's
I-
great.
because my parents are very nice. And I love my parents a lot. And I love mom a lot. She's in my heart. Always will be. And my brother is my second shout out. I love him too. He's the best brother ever. I have the best mom too.
Yes, thank you, Fatima. Well, I want to shout out to my amazing friend Joyce and Wizard World of the Microsoft for having me here to learn to learn something new every day about Microsoft, and shout out to my parents as well from educational and some of my friends. Actually, I don't know if my friends joined on for Microsoft, but I would shout out to them. They're so supportive to me, and I really do love you guys, and you guys are my lovable friends. They're all me.
Thank you.
Very much for that. And honestly, the honor is ours. The honor is everyone who's helped put this together, hosting both of you here today to just share your experience. Yeah. So
You're online.
questions.
If you're listening, if you have questions, feel free to post it in the chat. But for those people that are in here too, I volunteered that if you have a question that you want to ask Fatima or Malik, feel free to raise your hand. I have one. I don't know if I can ask it now, but
Can we see if anybody else has a question first?
The host gotta go last.
I'm gonna go for it. No, go for it. My question to you is, are you a DC or Marvel fan? Both of you.
Ooh, I love Marvels. Think about Marvels. I love Black Panther. We watch all cultures of movies, and we watch like Black Panther. You know, rest in peace. But we love Marvels. In our house, we watch different shows.
Nice.
Thank you for that
Agree.
question.
All right. I think in chat we had someone ask a question. Not I think, I can see it. Rory Woods asked the question. He wants to know about Fatima's blog URL. So if we can get someone to copy and paste the blog URL into the Teams chat, it would be great.
The mom, if you know what it is.
Mom's gotta
you'll
figure it
finish
out.
She's like, she never told me where it was.
If you go onto the GiGi's NYC website, you'll see Fatima and you'll see a link to her blog.
Gotcha. So in the event details for today, if you open up the event information, in there you have the link for the for GiGi's Playhouse, or specifically GiGi's NYC section of the site. And you can locate the blog from right in there. Alfred's taking a second to post it right now. From in chat, do we have any questions in here? I'd like to alternate.
Yeah, I think there's one in the chat.
All right, so we'll go straight with the chat.
Carla had one.
Carla Moore, what is your superpower? I think this is for both of you. If you do feel that you have a superpower, thanks to like just the lives that you have, what do you think that is?
You can-
And I'm very lovable.
I can see that happen. If I have a superpower, well, if I have superpower, probably I would say animals. They talk to animals.
All right, awesome. Oh, someone in chat mentioned as well, Carla, in response to your response, Fatima, was that she feels that that's also her superpower. So thank you for that. In chat, we have another question, but did someone raise their hand that I didn't see because I was looking down? No.
You skipped me.
You go, hosts go last, sir.
No, I do have, I have an interesting question.
All right.
It's kind of related to what I do, but it's more for you guys. From a technology perspective, when you think about all these things that are out here helping you do what you do, what are the technologies you feel have helped you be able to communicate or share your ideas better? I kind of know Fatima's, but I'm love to hear from both of you guys. What, how do you see technology helping you?
Technology work for me actually with the computers, iPads, basically what I just mentioned about my major, right? If I have my business, I will work on with the iPad, right? And I can do games and check with the coding and etc.
Fatima, what technology?
But I know everything. I spend my free time on the internet.
Get access to everything. Yeah.
Access is important.
Any particular websites or things that you like to do online?
Yes.
Tell me one or two of them.
I only know one that fun things to do outdoors.
All right. Good idea. So we have another question from Miranda. What song best describe your life? What song or songs best describe your life?
Well, well, my best song from Jado is well, not Marry Me, not the new one, but well, I don't want to say nothing appropriate. I have to be clean in here, but actually, basically a little bit of what's the song I like to listen to? Give all my love, like all my love, or all I have. I have all I have because basically all I have is basically talk about all I have from USA from the house. I mean, sorry, no. All I have is basically talks about all I have something in me, something about disability. Well, that is so inspirational. Well, my other song is Survivor from Destiny's Child. Yeah, we all need to survive, right? We all need food, we need drinks, we need clothes, and everything.
Stop playing. You didn't mention dripping and finesse. I mean, come on.
You gotta keep it.
Just needed a little prompting.
He said he was trying to keep it clean.
Yeah. Video.
Family friendly environment, we try to make sure it's all good. Fatima, do you have a song in particular that you would say would describe your life?
My dad's kind of music, religious.
Which one?
Religious music. Annie.
Okay, got it. All right, that makes sense. And I recall that your mom mentioned that a little bit about your dad too. So yeah.
That's my dog.
Okay, do we have any other questions? Oh, we do have more questions in chat. Beautiful. So our next question is, next two questions are from Akenji Akirimo4. I hope I said that correctly. Actually,
I know him.
Actually, okay. Akenji. So who is your hero is the first question, and then we'll do the second question right after.
My hero is my parents, both of them. And I love them.
Malik?
Yeah, my hero is also my parents and my dog, and my hero was, of course, the king of Wakanda Forever.
And forever.
Yeah, Black
All right. Wonderful. The next question, which is what follows that one, is what motivates you every day?
Everyone in my family.
And basically, oh, sorry. What does motivate me? Let me think about it.
All right.
Yes. Future Play House is my motivation. Well, multitasking, become an ambassador, see what they do as a participant, and then look at the programs by myself.
Cool beans. All right. So our next question after that comes from Michael. What would your best day ever look like? Malik, then Fatima.
My best day ever actually is my life, my parents, and my dog. And well, down in the future, my best day ever is to have my own children.
And now Fatima.
Be with my friend Danny and Antonius, eating all the food.
That's a feeling.
And Charlie Temple.
That is a mode. That's a whole mode. All right. Other questions that we have. Let's see. I think that's anybody else? Yep.
I have a question to Fatima. Fatima, you want to work at restaurant, that's your passion, right? So what's your favorite food? And the
Just
question to
getting meatballs.
Malik too.
Spaghetti and meatballs, she said.
Ah,
And
nice.
pizza.
Oh, the pizza. I knew the pizza would come out. Yeah.
I love all the food.
All right.
Malik, how about your favorite food?
You don't want to know what my favorite food is.
What-
And then my dad even knows that my favorite food is Chipotle, Spanish,
Nice.
regular food from America. My dad made me some barbecue chicken. It's my favorite.
Any barbecue and pizza. Oh, it is my favorite. You're sticking to my souls right now. Do we have any other questions
I
yet
have a
from anyone in
question.
the room? Yep, go ahead.
Where do you envision yourself in 10 years? This is like an interview question. I'm sorry, we're in the Microsoft
Maybe like
office.
5.
Interviews.
Yeah, we'll give you 5, but I have 5 to 10. Fatima, you want to go first?
Question.
Where do you think you'll be in 5 to 10 years? What will your life be like?
Being married to.
You even have the person picked up, but we won't say the name out loud.
It's okay to.
Okay.
Well, if I were for my 5 years, I think I'll be in the Bronx or Hollywood. Yeah, if I become famous.
Stay east, Malik, stay east.
Hollywood is my first choice.
And what else? What else besides being in the Bronx?
Well,
You noticed I didn't say Hollywood.
to have my own business and make my parents happy.
And Malik, we have an East Hollywood as well.
Hey, there you go. You can stay in the east side of.
Right.
I think that's Reynolds,
It
right?
is Reynolds.
That's right.
Reynolds is really a New Yorker. He's just lost out on the west side.
I've been lost for a
Come
while.
back.
We have a few more questions coming in. if you could travel anywhere in the world, so no holds barred, money's not an object, where would you go? Fatima, and then
Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan Sun. All right. Malik?
Well, let's see, I just mentioned, before Jamaica, I was looking at, Minnesota.
Minnesota. Sweet. Minnesota's a nice place. Haven't been, but I've heard nice
They
things.
have a really nice GiGi's there.
That's cool. Someone else asked, dream car. Again, no, money isn't an object. It's not a problem. Like, what car would you get?
Wait, we have to remember these two live in the city, right?
Well, yeah, if you could get, it's called a dream car for a reason. You might not get it immediately. Like, my dream car is like, I don't know, it doesn't exist
Like
yet.
my daughter trying to answer this, who lives in Brooklyn. There's
Right.
a car.
There we go. So Malik and then Fatima.
Well, I just imagine if I have if I have a gym car, it's gonna be the Jeep. You know, stick with the J's.
Functional.
Yeah.
Fatima,
A van.
that works. Also functional. You can carry a lot of stuff in a van. See a hand in the back.
Hey guys, this is a very long table,
Sorry.
but I can clearly see from here that you guys are very authentic. You're extremely brave. I'd like to ask a serious question. Where do you get the bravery? What's the source of that bravery? Because every day, all of us have to deal with adversity, different types of adversity, different types of challenges. And I'm literally inspired by how you guys move through all these questions and the stories that you've shared. So what is the source of that bravery for you?
Can you like break it down a little bit? Yeah.
So how everyone finds it in themselves, something that helps get you through tough times every day. So what is that thing for you?
If I have like tough times, basically I do meditation. Yeah, meditation is very good for you guys. And also for me. Then of course, if I have like tough times, basically I will call my family, my friends, and say, "Hey, I feel lonely, I feel sad," because what I heard from the news is very upsetting. So basically, I'll talk to my friends and my family.
We're talking it out.
Talking it out. Communication is very important. That much, having the time to communicate for yourself and getting your own perspective across to someone else as best as possible is always important. So I agree with that. Sure. All right.
Yeah, Jonathan has a question.
Yep, and then we have a few questions in chat as well. Jonathan.
I have a question. Yeah. So this is awesome. Thank you guys for being here. I mean, outside of like the event and everything, it's just great for me to, get out of the house and go to an office and for an event. So thank you. It's also very cool to like talk to teenagers because I don't do that very often. So I'm really curious. And I'm really curious. I asked my niece last week. I was in Virginia and asked her this because I really want to know is how it is. You mentioned you were in high school, Malik. And Fatima, I assume you're in high school as well.
She's 21.
Oh, sorry. You're
She looks young, like I would say.
okay. I mean, that's a good thing. So, what has school looked like for you in the past couple of years, right? What has your experience been, as a high school student?
During COVID, you mean specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Well, for me, it's like very hard. Actually, I mean, well, it's super easy, but I doing everything on Microsoft, basically doing assignments, doing classwork, but it's very hard to do it in Microsoft. I know everybody, you know,
We believe in the tools.
yeah,
Teams, yeah.
yeah, and I know everybody don't like being home over virtual. Um, basically since school throughout the years of Microsoft and compare it in person, basically I like to see myself in person. They can help me visually give out the paper and just do everything paperly and listening and everything.
Just tough, right?
It's very tough.
I mean, luckily, we could continue all of our classes at GiGi's during COVID because that helped as
Yeah.
far as you having your connection with the other people at GiGi's as well.
Fatima?
Question.
Question was, I'm sorry, could you,
What has school looked like for you in the past couple of years?
so you,
Fun. Having gone to part attending parties.
that's absolutely fair. All right, we have a few questions in chat and we are getting close to time. We're still on time? Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I said nothing. Let me go ahead and jump into the questions in chat. So,
I think, yeah, starting from.
from Matt. Oh, was it? Yeah, Matt, okay. So Malik, what kind of business do you want to run?
Games and development, which called games and ads. That's what I want to do. If you have a good connection, just let me know.
Happen to know a few here at
Good man.
Microsoft.
And also, I will with you and everything.
Cool. I actually even wanna, let's get on to the next question after that. Who is your favorite superhero? And we'll start with Fatima and then we'll go with Malik.
My favorite is my family.
All right. Malik,
My favorite superhero, well, a female, you know, Wonder Woman, Batgirl, and don't forget Batman.
there. Yeah, I wanna almost say two of them might be similar, but it's still good. You're still good there. All right. And I'm just mostly messing with you there. So the next question, would you ever work for Microsoft? And again, Fatima and then Malik.
Yes.
Good answer, good
Yes,
answer.
well, yes.
Yeah, easy. I want to say is like, that's a good one. High five. And then, let's see. He also asked a question, a follow-up. What's one thing that you would like everyone at Microsoft to know? Fatima and then Malik,
Then I'm friendly.
that you're friendly.
I want everyone to know me by my background and what I do, and basically just get to know me well and be accepted.
That's a good one. Nicole asked, favorite sneaker brand? They mentioned that they love Dunks.
Well, I don't know. I would say Nikes. Yeah.
Same.
Same. All right. Our next question that we have so far from Kurt. Who is your favorite professional athlete and why? So we'll start with Malik and then we'll come over to Fatima because I remember you mentioned particularly that you liked basketball.
Well, of course, basically Golden State Warriors is my favorite basketball team, and yes, Steph Curry, my favorite athlete because he does a amazing job being a basketball player. He really shot.
I like WWE because it's very amazing, talented boosters and divas.
Awesome. I used to watch WWE with my dad all the time when I was like 9 years old. Best. All right, we have a few more questions coming in from our chat. Elizabeth mentions, or rather she's asking, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
All kinds.
All kinds. Any ice cream. It just needs to be ice cream.
My favorite is vanilla and strawberry.
Strawberry? Ah, you got me there. You lost me at strawberry.
If you had to
Unfortunately, I
choose
don't
one,
like-
Malik, vanilla or strawberry, which one would you choose?
Depends.
Depends on a mood.
Yeah, you should work at Microsoft.
Cool.
It depends on what the situation is. All right, now Miranda asked from chat, what is something that always makes you laugh? Malik?
Well, sometimes I crack myself up, and then of course my dog.
All right.
What is your dog's name?
Oh, actually my dog's name is Bella. I just saw over by the commercial.
My friend Danny makes me laugh a lot because he's very funny.
Well, that's cool. All right.
follow-up question to the food section before.
Go ahead. Now's a good time.
Yeah, so I'm from Sweden, and I know you were talking about meatballs before. Were you talking about Italian meatballs or Swedish meatballs?
All kinds.
All kinds of. Great.
All right. We are crossing the close to end here. So we've still got a few more questions. And we actually had a response for you, Malik. They like that you're wearing the Golden State colors, even though they're a Knicks fan. Which, bro, why? I'm sorry. I don't even watch basketball, but I gotta.
That's Michael. Legit, that's a legit question from.
I gotta.
Okay.
All right.
Don't hate.
From Akenji, we have another question as well. They wanted to know if you were the president of the United States, what's a law that you would pass in this country?
Actually, I will pass. Well, this depends who I pass. Basically, I pass my goals, become as a president, as my exam. If I become, if you would become a president of the United States, you have to take a test or exam to pass that to become a president.
Gotcha. Add an exam to make sure that you can be a president, you
Yeah,
can lead
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
No.
We
I feel
won't
like
get
there's
into
a
that
bit-
one.
yeah.
With that,
Here, and
I
I'm
love
not-
that. I
I
totally
love it.
agree with you.
I'm loving it right now. All right. The question was, if you were president of the United States, what law would you pass?
Mask and vaccination card.
Gotcha. All right.
Can I ask the last question? Or I don't know,
Two more questions. One online and then you can ask the
Wonderful.
last one.
Okay.
Last one online.
So the last ones that we had, the last two from the chat that we have are from Rasul and then from Joey. So from Rasul, oh, are they? Oh, they are both the same question. Sorry. So what is your favorite thing about New York City?
My favorite thing about New York City is about the people, the store, and how they become united. I know that it's called United States, but basically how we united together as a group.
Perfect. 100% agree with you on that, Malik.
The less traffic,
Wait, the traffic?
the less amount of it.
Oh, the less amount of it. So when there's not as much traffic is what you're saying. Fair. I think that's something that we all would like to see more of, is when there's less traffic.
Just wait another week or two. It's $6 a gallon. Your wish will come true next week.
All right. So before we wrap it up, Joyce, you said.
Yeah, I just had one more question, if you don't mind, because Malik, you said you were talking about acceptance. And we talk about inclusion. So inclusion and acceptance, what does that look like for you? What does that mean? What would you ask of the people in the room specifically when you say, acceptance is important?
Well, actually, acceptance is important because, like we accept all people, like I said before, accept all people because of their disabilities and how we deal with it. Deal with it, and also I say it. Yeah, how we deal with it and how we find ways to not location, but find ways to how what's important to us.
Right? To be included in the things that are important. Right,
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Do you want to?
Thank you. Did you have something you'd like to add to that?
Orienting a conversation about themselves.
Thank you. Appreciate you sharing that.
Grace, so we've got 5 minutes at the end here. I do want to be kind of everyone's time.
Sure. I want to say, first of all, thank you to the parents for bringing Malik and Fatima. I wanted to give you guys a second to say, whatever you feel like. We'd love hearing from you all too, that you're here and supporting them in such a good way. So just half a second if you have something to share. We'll start with Mom first.
Go ahead.
GiGi's is a wonderful place, and it provides so many different opportunities. I've seen Fatima really develop over the last 10 years. even though she was very quiet, she's not quiet like that at home. So I think she's a bit nervous, like her mom. Her mom doesn't like to speak in public. But you know, if you can volunteer or make donations, please, because everything is free for the parents who go there and for the children. And there's so many different opportunities. Right now, we're actually going, there's another new nonprofit that's for young adults and adults for socialization. There's a World Down Syndrome party at the Liberty. It's from 5 to 8 o'clock. So if anyone wants to come down and they're going to have a dance party, you know, everyone's more than welcome.
Rocking the socks.
I don't know. I'm ready. I have
I was hoping people would just put their socks up. That's not.
It's only the only day I've worn matching socks. I don't know.
But
Well,
again,
we're so proud of Malik and Fatima and all the other adults, young adults, children that are involved with GiGi's. But I was with my father about 2 weeks ago. And he has 3 sets. I'm the great Brady. He's got 3 boys, 3 girls, and he couldn't stop saying how blessed he was. And we're blessed. I mean, we were fortunate to be in a city, which I know I have friends outside of the city with children with special needs that are having challenges getting the resources. And we've been blessed to have early intervention. So if you're online listening right now, you're a parent or expecting, make sure you know, in a position to reach out to your elected officials to really, lobby them to get early intervention, because that made a world of difference with Malik and other children. GiGi's been a blessing also. They provided resources to make sure that it's been consistent, because a lot of times just is an adult who doesn't have Down syndrome, I'll lose consistency. I was joking with Debbie. I haven't been to the gym about 3 years, and this is the first time since probably 1970 I haven't been working out, and I can feel the difference. But GiGi's had been so consistent even throughout the pandemic that Malik hasn't plateaued. He hasn't. He's just grown. And those type of resources we definitely need. If you can volunteer, please volunteer, because not just for yourself and everything, but the resources that we bring, we don't realize we have those types of resources. It could be something just as small as if you knew just something little. If you can just draw a cartoon, it doesn't matter. It really helps the growth of our young adults and children.
Very much. And I think as a closing note, if
Yeah, I just want to get choked up here. Thank you. And thank you, Malik. Thank you, Fatima. For both of you guys, you're amazing. I have an older brother who's disabled as well. I took care of him all my life. He lives in Albany, New York. And, programs like GiGi's Playhouse are amazing. They really make a difference. Knowing that each one of us in here matters. Each one of us in here make a difference, regardless of where you come from, your background, your social and economic status. It's all about making a difference to each and every single person. So I just want to say thank you guys for the ones that actually showed up in the office today, and also for those of you guys that are online. This is a big deal. We should be proud. We should be celebrating World Down Syndrome Day and making sure we recognize each and everybody that's here. Thank you, Joyce, for driving this, and for also making sure we had this delivered. And of course, thank you to our stars here. I just want to say, loved this session. I appreciate every one of you guys.
I feel the need to say thank you right back to you, Mr. Mage Hands figures out how to get all of this together in the first place as well. Without your support and without your organization skills, we probably would not be here right now. So thank you very much again for all of your hard work, and especially to Malik and to Fatima. I wanted to express thanks for thanks for accepting the invitations to be here today, and to share your experiences and to have this conversation with us. As a closing note, I want to remind everyone that, of course, we've had a conversation today with 2 amazing individuals, with you, Malik, and with you, Fatima. And the takeaway from this conversation, especially, is that, a lot of it is very conversational. These are questions that we ask anybody when we're getting to know someone. And I'm happy that that's exactly how it turned out, because that's really how we get to know anyone in a room across from us, whether you have a disability or not. And it really is I hope that we all leave here understanding that, you know, we all inspire each other in so many different ways. And so much of our lives, they seem so different, but at the same time, they're so very similar, behind closed doors for sure. So again, thank you so much for that. And last shout out to folks in the community. If you would like to assist with supporting and hosting more events like this where we can center the community's voices, please feel free to reach out to myself or Alfred on how you can help out with that. And join the Disability Distro to see more events like this in the future. Again, special thank yous to Joyce for bringing us together with GiGi's GiGi's NYC, part of GiGi's Playhouse on a national scale. And thank you again to the families, Wallace and Denise, for being here as well. Thank you to everyone who supported and showed up in person. And again, extra special thank you to everyone else who showed up online. So if, you know, bad example, I can't see the whole list of everyone who's there, but thanks to everybody else who was here today. Sincerely appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your days.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To the people in the room, things on the back. Thank you, David, for taking care of that. So,
Thank you.
all right.
Are we now not, are we off now?